guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dimmitt Chevrolet in Clearwater, Florida, and we have one heck of a Tahoe for you. This is a 2020 Chevrolet Tahoe Premier, but this is not like any other Tahoe you've probably seen. This one has been converted by ALC, American Luxury Coach. Let's talk a little bit about the Tahoe. So the Tahoe first came out back in 1995. It actually replaced the Chevrolet Blazer, the K5 Blazer. Since then, really has been that go-to for a nice body-on frame SUV. What's interesting is that 2021 is huge because there is a totally redesigned Tahoe that's gonna hit the lot here at Dimmitt Chevrolet. But one thing I wanted to touch on is, should you really go that 2021 route? Or is the 2020 Tahoe, especially with this conversion by ALC, the way to go? Now, if you've never heard of ALC, American Luxury Coach, what's interesting is that they've been around for about 40 years. They have been voted the #1 custom truck and SUV builder in the whole country, and it's all family owned and done here in the good old US of A, right in South Carolina. But why don't we go ahead, let's dive into this Chevy Tahoe Premier that's had the ALC touch done to it. Right off the bat, you'll see the styling with the Tahoe still has that nice boxy look that I think a lot of people are almost coming back to if they never left in the first place. Very, very large headlight design. This kind of shows the age of the Tahoe, but like I said, for next year, it is totally redesigned. You can see the projector style beam headlight, a little bit of chrome inside. As we work our way down, you do have your fog lamps lower in this flat black section. And then as we come across that custom grille, I really love the look, the metallic silver, the blacked out bow tie. Up on the hood is a hood scoop. Now the bad news is, and I am gonna zonk it, it's not functional, but this is one of the many touches that ALC has done to this Tahoe to make it stand out, but really just has a great look from the front. Now, as we come around the bend, here's gonna be some major changes. First of all, this has a leveling kit that's been done to it. 26-inch wheel, not a 20, not a 21, not a 22, 26-inch wheel. Love the style, very, very thin spoke, gloss black design. You can see what they do at ALC is they put a red caliper cover on it. I am gonna zonk it. I wish that this was actually some Brembo brake package or one of the many other Willwood brake package to give you some extra braking capability and the style besides just a red cover. You do have the nice flared fender look going on here, which does give it a nice touch. And then also in the fender, you do have this functional heat vent on the side that is a nice metal mesh to it. And that's gonna give it that extra style as well. So with the hood scoop, the flared fender, and that additional vent on the side, very nice touch. Everything else on this thing is blacked out, and I think it really gives it a special look. You have your roof rails up top, which I wish they would have blocked those out. That is gonna be a zonk. That little bit of brushed aluminum kind of just breaks it all up, but everything else, very tasteful running board, pretty good size to get in and out of. I kind of like the look of it not being one of those retractable ones. Gives it a more off-road look to it in a way. Now, as we work our way back, you can see a little bit of chrome on the door handles, nothing too much though, and we keep working our way back. Great size rear quarter window, and you can see that boxy look that so many people love with the Tahoe. And you can also see just how flared out those fender flares are, just enough to give it such great personality. Now, when we get to the back, same thing, boxy style. You have the very low roof spoiler coming out the back, blacked out bow tie. We drop down, lots of ground clearance. You'll notice that this one has that dual exit custom exhaust. You'll be able to hear the rumble of the V8 so clear, and also just really menacing from front to back with this being a Tahoe Premier level trim. But why don't we go ahead, pop the hood, and see what's powering this very special Tahoe. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on this Tahoe Premier. Now, the sad news, and what I'm definitely gonna zonk, is there really isn't any modifications to the engine. And probably what's gonna hurt you even a little bit more is it's not the 6.2. Underneath the hood of this one is the 5.3 liter V8, 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque. It's all mated through a 6-speed automatic transmission, MPGs 15 in the city, 22 on the highway. The great news is you could tow up to 8,600 pounds with this custom Tahoe. I wish they would have done something a little bit more to the engine besides just adding the exhaust, give it a little bit extra performance. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this ALC Tahoe and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the Chevy Tahoe, customized by ALC. If you're wondering, well, Joe, I'm really liking the look of this blacked out Tahoe. The touches are so different than anything I've ever seen. How much is it? Now, just to give you an idea, I am gonna show you, I normally don't do this. Here is the full laundry list of all the changes that ALC makes to the Tahoe. And if you want the cat's out of the bag, MSRP is $82,780. In conversions, the conversion cost, you're basically looking at a tick under $17,000 for all that they did from the outside to the inside. Let's see what you get on the inside. To the door panels. Now, one thing you'll notice is the carbon fiber style design that's going on the door panel. I do like the white contrast stitching, and the soft material on the armrest and the top of the door panel is a very nice touch. This Premier Edition has the full Bose sound system that is a premium grade sound system over your standard Tahoe. And of course, pockets, you're gonna have tons of room for drinks and your snacks as well. Twinkies galore in that door panel. Now, when you get to the dash, soft material, I like the stitch work. I like how the AC vent kind of integrates into the rest of the design. This is where it gets a little zonky right here. So obviously very dated, and I know many of you, including me, are waiting for that new setup in the 2021 Tahoe. But the great news is this 8-inch display, very clear on the graphics, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It is very easy to use. You do have your navigation, of course. Little bit of silver trim, your start-stop button. The great news is no fake buttons, no dead buttons. So everything has a function to it. Watch this. James Bond style, Mission Impossible style. You do have your storage area and a USB in here if you're gonna valet your ALC Tahoe. This go ahead and closes just like that. Very nice touch. We go back to home. You can see everything real easy to get into. You do have your Wi-Fi 4G LTE system in here. Go back to home. You drop down, you have your AC controls, dual climate, which right now it's on 80 degrees, so I am gonna change that right away. Very easy to use the controls. And then down here you have your rear climate controls. So a little different setup where you could actually take the power into your own hands as the driver of your Tahoe. Ventilated seats and heated seats. Nice touch. I like this soft material, the stitch work. Open up door number 1. We have some places, some spot for some Twizzlers, or this could be a good pencil or pen holder. Open it up, you got a 12-volt and 2 USBs. Close it up, nice and clean. Open this door, door number 2. 2 cup holders, good size. Close that up, and then the armrest, very, very soft. You got your wireless charging, which is important. Open this up, and then I hope you're ready to stockpile on the snacks. You could get pretty much any kind of snack box in here that you could think of. Little Debbie's and Hostess galore, USBs, and another 12 volts. So think about it. Let's do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4 USBs and 2 12 volts, and you can put a football in here. So if you want to hide the football from somebody, put it in here. Seats, you can see what ALC has done. I like the Z92 off-road embroidery. All this beautiful stitch work is amazing, and it really brings the level of the quality, fit, feel, and finish. Of course, you're going to get power seats for both the passenger and the driver. Another zonk at this price point, just a standard sunroof. I would like to see a panoramic sunroof, and then also non-frameless mirror. This should have the new style mirror where you flip it and you see the digital camera display out the back. Would be an extra nice touch, but I'm sure it's all coming 2021. I forgot to point out the carbon fiber here as well on the doors and also on the center console. But why don't you come on over to the business end? I'll show you behind the wheel of this V8 powered Tahoe. All right, guys, this is it. This is the business side of things. You do have your power adjustable seats, the Chevrolet badge logo. Look at the pedals though. ALC did do a great job, not only with the e-brake pedal, but also the brake pedal and the throttle. Very, very nice touch. Steering wheel, they didn't do anything. This is a zonk. They didn't change the horn button. They didn't change the wheel. Change out this whole thing, please, especially for $82,000. You have the Game Boy style buttons, left, right, A, B, start, stop. I forgot how the rest of it goes. You finish the rest of it for me. But dash, I do like the setup. You have an analog tach, speedometer. I like the digital display all the way across. And then you take your Game Boy buttons and you can scroll through a cornucopia of information in your Tahoe. It would have been nice if ALC would have put their own little spin on this setup. You do have heads-up display, which it's real easy to actually adjust the level of the heads-up display, which is great. Another missed opportunity is this. So you have your column shifter. I get that it's here, but ALC should have done something nice to this column shift to really spruce it up in here. But other than that, it's very, very comfortable. Plenty of headroom. Let's go ahead and check out the mid-row and see how your passengers are gonna like this custom Tahoe. All right, guys, mid-row time in the Tahoe. Seats get the same treatment. Actually, all three rows get this beautiful embroidery treatment. Love the style. Leather all the way around. You do have pockets in the back. If your kids still read a book, they still do that. They can put their books in there. We have a nice command center. Home power source and a 12-volt. No USB though, which is kind of a bummer. What I do like is, look at this, you got your Twinkie slot here. You could stack them up. You could probably fit about 10 Twinkies there. So the kids will shut up and just munch on those. You have heated seats, but no ventilated seats. That's a zonk. Ventilated seats in mid-row for sure, and an $82,000 SUV. But I do like the rear AC controls. You have your vents right here above your head. I'll be honest with you, I'm starting to understand what you guys say. I had to close this because the air was blasting me right in my face. So it would be nice if it was just a little bit further over than where it is now. Seats though, they're comfortable. I got plenty of headroom. Really, really nice. Let's check out the armrests. It's almost there, guys. It's almost there. If it was just a little bit wider, this would be a perfect captain's chair armrest. When it comes to reclining the seats, that's really what it's all about right here. Just chill and just eat your Twinkies and get to your destination. That's what it's all about. But why don't we go ahead, check out that third row and see how much space there is for grown adults. All right, guys, time to get into that third row. Now, you could take any 5-year-old or 6-year-old and throw them back there. We know they're gonna fit. Let's see how the third row faces up against a full-size adult like myself. To get back there, there's a couple challenges. Challenge number one, look at how far the door opening is, how far forward it comes. It doesn't give you a lot of room. Now, to get the seat to fold down, it's actually quite simple. You hit the button there, and then now we're just gonna go just like that, 1, 2, 3. The challenge is there's not a lot of real estate, and like I said, there's not really a good place to put your foot, so, and there's no handle, which would be nice, but you could use the handle on the inside for your left arm, pull yourself in, you drop back, and there's some good things going on and some bad things going on. Good news is I do have plenty of headroom. Another good sign is that they have a 12-volt conveniently placed so I could actually charge something in here. Cup holders, which is nice. Little side pocket for if you're hiding a snack from mom and dad. They said don't have any. Let's see how the legroom goes, because I feel like I'm gonna have a problem in about T-minus 10 seconds. So we're gonna pull this down without squeezing my feet. Bring this back. All right. Over here, guys. So, as you can see, here's my head, here's my knee, here's my mouth. Knees and mouths. This is not comfortable. I feel like I'm folded like a PB&J sandwich or something. So really, this is a perfect placement for those kids 5 to 10 years old. Other than that, any adult is not gonna wanna sit back here for a very long period of time unless you're just trying to haul somebody everywhere. Very interesting to see how's the 2021 Tahoe gonna fix this issue. But why don't we go ahead, let's check out the cargo area and see how much room we have in the Tahoe Premier. All right, guys, time to check out the trunk area, the cargo area of the Tahoe. Don't go here, go down here. It's right there. Push the button. It actually opens pretty quickly when you're looking at space. Now, I wanted to kind of stage this to let you know what's going on. So we got the seat up you can see how much room that you have. Now the smart thing is they do give you a wonderful storage place to put all of the bags of chips and Pringles and everything else. You fold that down. Now let me give you some hard numbers. So I wanted to show you, you can see the third row down and also the middle row down. With everything down, you are looking at 94.7 cubic feet of space. So you put all 3 rows down, you are good to go with maximizing your space. Plus they have some usable space underneath. The major zonk is that lifting. To get everything up to here is one thing. Now you got to get it past this shelf system. All your controls to raise and lower the seats are right here. And then you also have a nice usable 12 volt as well, which is a good touch. But why don't we get to the best part? I want to see, I'm sure you're dying to see, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's see how this Tahoe on 26s rides down the road. Let's go do it. All right, guys, we left Dimmitt Chevrolet. We're in the 2020 Tahoe. It's been touched and massaged by the folks over at ALC. It's interesting. Even though the hood scoop is a big zonk because it's not functional, I do like the way it looks from behind the wheel here. As you can see from the top of it, it's not just straight and flat. It's got a little bit of a design element to it, but it just would have been way more special to have a hood scoop that is functional. Seating position, real easy to set up with the full power adjustability of both the driver and the passenger seat. Looking out the front windshield, clear as day. You got lots of room there. The A-pillars are pulled far apart. Out that back window, it's nice and large. Side mirrors are a little small, but still very, very clear to see out of. The thing that's a little troublesome, especially at $82,000, is the infotainment system. It is dated. It is clear though and easy to function through. It's got all the features that you could ask for. It's just, it's definitely ready for a redesign. And I do like the extra added element of being able to control the AC in the back. So if the kids are messing around with the controls or whatnot, you could just shut it right off right here. Ventilated seats feel great right now. You also have heated seats you could go with. The dash is easy to see, easy to understand. The touches from ALC, you're kind of sitting on them. So you don't really get to enjoy them that much when from behind the wheel. You do see the pedals if you look down, but don't do that while you're driving. The carbon fiber design, they could have integrated that, I think, a little bit more into the cockpit. Let's go ahead and get on throttle though. That 6-speed shifts very, very smoothly. I know we all are wishing this one had the 6.2 liter V8, but the 5.3 still has plenty of get up and go. And you know what? The ride is not too harsh with those little rubber bands around those 26-inch wheels. Very smooth though, and you are getting a little deeper tone out of that custom exhaust. Nothing really louder, it's just a little deeper, and definitely it looks good from the rear of the vehicle. Steering feels good. There's a little extra play though if you're not used to that, which might be a little unsettling, but even around that that left-hand bend, very, very smooth. Brakes feel great. Would have been nice to have some Brembos or Willwood brakes or something other than covers. But I think probably the one thing, even with the lighter headliner, it is a little dark in here. There's a lot of black finishes, but very, very comfortable. And I think your mid-row passengers are going to be happy as can be. It's the third row where they're going to be hating life. Unless they're 5 years old. If they're 5 years old, that's like a little fort back there. It's like, get away from mom and dad. We got our own little place back there. But if you're any older than 10, you're going to want mid-row, or you're going to want to sit up here with me. Other than that, you're going to be not enjoying it too much. But let's go ahead and do another acceleration test here, just to give you a little feel for this Tahoe on throttle. Remember, rear-wheel drive, classic rear-wheel drive. So very smooth. There is a little bit of road noise coming off of the tires, even though obviously they're not off-road tires. Just that sheer size and a very, very thin sidewall has its negative attributes. Obviously, many would say They look really, really great. We got to be careful because people just pulling out left and right. This is Florida. As you can see, there we go. Nice Toyota Corolla there. But definitely the truck, the black on black theme looks very, very sinister. I like the heads up display. I'm just really excited for the 2021 Tahoe, as I know many of you are. But like I said, if you want something that's custom, that you're not gonna see at every single stoplight, this Tahoe that's been customized by ALC, as I get cut off by the Kia Soul, custom ALC done Tahoe definitely has its fine touches. But we're gonna go ahead, actually before we do that, let's do a little highway drive and see how those 26-inch wheels, how it feels going down the highway. So we'll be back in a split second. All right, guys, we got through some traffic. We're now in more traffic, but at least we're on the highway to give you a feel of what this Tahoe is all about. The ride is very surprisingly smooth. Now, I know a lot of you living in Chicago, Washington, D.C., the St. Louis, Missouri area, I've seen your roads. You're not gonna want these wheels because you're gonna be denting them every 5 seconds as you go down the road. But here on this stretch of road in sunny Florida, it actually rides pretty nice, to be honest with you. And from a comfort standpoint, sitting behind the wheel, it feels really, really good. But I'm glad I was able to kind of showcase a little bit of slow driving, some quicker driving, and here we are on the highway to kind of balance it out. Hopefully this gave you a nice overview of what any Tahoe is about, especially this one from American Luxury Coach. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'll see you back at Dimmitt Chevrolet in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another wonderful day here at Dimmitt Chevrolet. I definitely got to thank Raheel and the rest of the crew getting us this custom Tahoe for you. Should you wait for a 2021? I don't know. I think that if you wanted something unique and something you're definitely going to stand out in, this Tahoe done by American Luxury Coach checks off so many boxes. But if it's SUVs that you want to see like this on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Radies Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Radies Rise merch. Got to give it up to Big Guns McGee. He's digging this Tahoe. We're actually going to take a wheel off and he's going to do some bicep curls. So thank you, Tom, for all your hard work, and we'll see how many reps you could do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.